So, I've been a big Halo fan for a while now, and I've really wanted to explore more of the lore of this amazing franchise. So, I've purchased comics, novels, and most recently watched Halo Legends, which is basically a collection of 8 short stories set in the Halo universe in a anime style. Each episode is made from a different team, so the art, animation, and writing are very different to one another, which I actually quite liked because it gives you a lot of varieties, a lot of different styles, and you get to see different people's approaches, which keeps things fresh, and you never knew what you were getting. So I should probably mention I'm a big anime fan, so I'm basically going to assess this as I would a anime fan, but also as a Halo fan. Anyway, guys, let's get into the video. Okay, let's start with the art and animation, which is kinda hard to evaluate as, like I said, each episode is very different. What I can say, however, is apart from episode 4, 6, 7, and 8, the other episodes have quite average to borderline poor art, in my opinion. Now, that's not to say the stories weren't good or interesting, but I'll go into that section at the end of the video. So, the art and animation. Episode 4, 6, 7, and 8 are honestly my favourite episodes when talking about the art styles. Now, that's not me saying they're fantastic, because again, at their best, they're very average, but I found them to be quite enjoyable and definitely watchable, and it painted a clear picture of the story the artists were trying to tell. My personal favourite episode being episode 8, I found quite interesting as it wasn't like the other episodes. It was 3D, and in all honesty, it reminds me of the cutscenes from PS2 games. Yes, that's not very selling, but honestly, it kind of suited it, and it kind of reminds me of, say, the Xbox Arcade or the 360 kind of cutscenes. As a gamer, it kind of brought me back, and that had a bit of sentimental value. But besides from that, it's still quite poor. Now, do bear in mind, Halo Legends did come out in 2010, so the art and animation aren't going to be fantastic. So at best, you're going to be getting poor to average art and animation. To be honest with you, the music is a bit mixed bag of sorts, because most, if not all, of the episodes use parts of the beloved Halo tracks from the Halo games. As you would expect, some episodes use this more than others, but when they do use it, oh my god, it makes you feel like you're watching something related to Halo. It's almost as if you've entered the Halo universe. It really does carry the experience. So altogether, the music is quite good and enjoyable. The only real complaint I have is that I wish they used more of these iconic Halo tracks, as every time they did use them, the experience was heightened massively. I really did love hearing the old tracks from the Halo games, and I don't know, it's just something about that music is just so amazing. Now, the sound effects, on the other hand, are very solid, never seemed out of place, nor did they, everything sounded like they should, really. Guns sounded good, vehicles sounded good, no complaints in that department. Okay, so we come to the meat of the question that I asked. Is Halo Legends worth watching? The short stories overall will be the deciding factor if you should watch it or not. So let's just get into it. If you are a big Halo fan, or a Halo fan at all, then you're not going to enjoy this from a neutral standpoint. If you're just an anime fan, or someone who wants to watch an anime based on a game, then you just will not enjoy this. So I would turn away if I was you. Now, on the other hand, if you are a Halo fan, I highly suggest you check this out. Yes, the art and animation is average, the music is only great in some parts, but the short stories, honestly, are quite interesting. And if you want to learn more about the lore, I definitely found myself learning more things I didn't really know in the Halo universe, and that's all I ever wanted. Now, you learn more about this is what you learn from the short stories. You learn more about the Forerunners and how they repopulated planets after setting off the Halo ring. We learn more about the Flood, We are shown how the Arbiter rank in the Covenant came from being, and are also shown tests and experiments the Spartans have to go through, and how this affects the Spartans overall. So most of the episodes, I would say, are very interesting and left me satisfied with the new information I learned. Now, there is the odd episode that isn't so great. I remember one that focused more on comedy, which I felt really didn't portray Halo that well. I just didn't feel like those two things mixed. Now, that's not to say comedy can't go into Halo. I mean, Johnson was a perfect example of comedy working at the right moments, but not being too over the top, which I felt like this one episode was. However, that being said, overall, I enjoyed my experience with Halo Legends. And if you're a Halo fan, I recommend you guys and see this. So overall, I'm going to give this a rating of 7 out of 10. Good, but nothing out of this world. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the future. Peace.